So we're back up with the Massey on day 2. Another little job I need to do. These pins are a little bit tight in here, so we've got a little burr on my drill. Not taking any metal off, just taking the rust off. See there, that's about down to metal again. Let's take that little bit of the burr off there. There we go. So the pin now fits in there nicely. Let's do the other side. Hands. Grease on the pin. It's not so easy one-handed. Never a flat surface when you're on flat surface. Slight smear of grease on the pin. So I was actually planning on going somewhere and doing stuff today, but best laid plans and all that. There we go. Yeah. Not swapped them for bolts yet. Yeah, that's it. Front link's now nice and solid. So yeah, this morning I don't want to say wasted the morning because it's not quite right, but called in on a few people. Need to see the one guy anyway, sort of a few bits out with him. Well, called in to see 3 people actually. I've now got 12-ton silage trailer to go behind her for the summer. I was looking at buying my own, but financially there's only so far you can stretch before you break, and don't know how much work I'm going to get with it yet. So one of my customers has a silage trailer, doesn't really use it much, so I can borrow that now to run behind her. Spoke to a couple of contractors to do bits and pieces for, worked for them directly and indirectly over the past few years. They're hopeful they might have a bit of work for her, so fingers crossed. It's all on word of mouth, so not banking on it, but I've got a bit of work. Looks hopeful. I've got a bit of work for her and secured silage trailer with a cost per use and sensible cost per use. So yeah, so you've got a few little jobs to do still. One of them is the mudguard we had to go at yesterday. Couldn't get these bolts to move. I've got my impact gun today, so we'll see how that goes. That was the other thing. I had to nip in this morning as well because I've lost my balls. So I've got a couple of sets. Linkage balls. What do you think I meant? So yeah, because not as slim as it used to be. I'd set for this girl that I don't know where they've gone, and the new toy didn't come with any. So she's got a pole for them, so what's that not going on? She's got a set there ready for when I need them. Top link balls where it should be. And I've got another pair for either the big girl or for the front of here. Because remember, she's got front linkage. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I've got an idea here, which scared the living hell out of the wife. Right. We'll sort this out. We've got this off with the help of the hand grinder. And that's our issue with it. It's bent. So, if I can remember which drawer it's in. On that. And we'll mount you up. Right, so that's just a good solid block of steel. And we're just going to try and get out that's working. There we go. Straight now. So got some new bolts. We'll go stick this back on. Right. So this I want to do. We've got new bolts. They're a bit long, but nothing that can't be sorted out with the angle grinder. And also because they're a bit long, I can't get me impact in, so it's going to have to be a spanner job for that. But we get it all something like and then we can sort it. You probably don't want to watch me just screw all this all the way in, because that's just going to be boring, isn't it? Right. So that's that in, still slide about. So now release the bale of twine. The thing that builds British agriculture. The serious thing is, where would we be without bale of twine? Right, let's see if we can get these in. Going to be anal and put them to the right in the right way. There's one. So I'm not doing anything uptight yet, because I want to just make sure everything sits in the right place first. Wants to right up the right way. Right, tighten these up. That's going to turn and be a swine. Oh, you know. I want it all with nylocks so that they don't move, and it's just yeah. We got it. It says confidently. Try leaning on it. Yeah, still being a swine. There we go. English and Irishmen and Scotsmen walk into a pub. Should have gone Specsavers. That's the only way you'll walk into a pub these days. Sorry, that was terrible. About the only thing I do well is bad jokes. I mean, you watch the channel. It is a bad joke. Oh, you got it, you got it. Got a long way to go as well. It's like a whole thumb still together. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Really good channels coming out at the moment, I'll say. There's a couple I've stuck on just recently. I won't share them with you just yet. Mainly because I'm still sort of watching them and making sure I enjoy them. You know my theory. I'm gonna recommend a channel to you guys. It's one that I've been watching for a little while and enjoyed. The one channel I've been watching quite a bit of, really. He's running New Holland TG series, one of the old school Magnums. He's put a few interesting videos just lately. The other guy's quite new to me. I've only been watching him a few days. Well, started watching him, yesterday. Because he's also running one of them tractors, you know, I did bulldozing with. And yeah, it looks like he's got a very interesting channel too. So, you two guys will probably know who you are now. Assuming you're still watching my car crash of a channel. So, yeah, you probably will get a thumbs up from me shortly. So I'm going to persevere with this because this is just getting boring to watch now. Right, so that's done. It looks a bit more square. I've also altered the angle a bit to get a bigger gap back here and close the gap up here. That was just those two bolts there. Dropped it down to that bottom hole so I've got adjustment and then tweaked them to suit. So now they both sit, sit relatively square. I do want to put new wider mudguards on because I want to keep with the 480s, the wider tyre. I don't want to go up to 540, 650s because I think for tractor this size, 480 fronts, 580 rears should be a good compromise between gripping the land without sinking in the land too much. I think going down to a 520, 420 would be, she might just dig in a bit and not ride as much. Plus I don't think she should ride as well on the road. But so you can see clearly on that, tyres are quite a bit wider than the mudguards. So it's not a straightaway thing. If all goes well, I might look at them for May season this year, end of the season, when we really like to be bringing, splashing around in mud. Yeah, she's slowly getting there. I say these are all tweaks and twiddles that, you know, you expect to find on a second-hand tractor or you know, the type of thing. Well, some of it's just personal preference thing. I always just put a bit of smear of grease on me. So, oh, that was the other thing I was going to do. See if this is as bad as the other side. The other side, when I did this, it was quite alarming, really. Oh, there's a wasp in it. Look, crackling out there. Eee. That size not actually quite so bad. I just need to get rid of you. I mean, wasps can be helpful, but I don't want one creating a nest in my shed, or even worse, in my tractor. Tempted to swap those for bolts, because to me, they need to be, say, if you look at the clip size against the hole size, pardon the expression, but it's like a dick in a welly. I also want to find out exactly, because I've never had anything to do with that, find out exactly what's plumbed into it. So, yes, we're getting there. I'll look under the bonnet. Right, turns out me gas strut up there could probably do with replacing. We'll add it to the eventually list, I think that. Can't beat a drain rod. So, up here, oh, I'll show you what we've actually got. Oh, so what we have up here is Perkins Finest 6.6 litre turboed and a big old intercooler. Trying to figure this out myself. This is a common rail engine. So we've got down there, I think I'm right, high pressure fuel pump running up to our fuel rail here. I'd say that's the rail pressure sensor. Fuel in, pipes there leading out to the individual injectors. There's no power to the injectors. Where? Power must come in somewhere. But yeah, that is essentially what we are. Ah, there's me grease bank down there for my front axle. Kind of annoying the fact that it's not a one-piece hood. You've got side panels you've got to take off. Mate 7616, that's an all one-piece hood. Yeah, down there we've got 3 fuel filters, sight glass water trap, and then two separate, a secondary and a primary fuel filter. Aircon pump there. What else we got down here? Big viscous driven fan. Go around our other side. A big old alternator here. Idler, the belts all look pretty good. Engine oil filter. Starters that bit over there. And of course the bit we all love. There's a bit of shroud around it, but yeah, there's our turbo. Up front we've got, let me get this right, rad for the aircon. Big old intercooler at the top. That will be a hydraulic back end oil cooler, and then the very back there, the water cooler for the engine coolant. Yes. So yeah, try and put this bonnet back together now. See how easy this goes. First time I've taken it apart. So time is getting on a bit now. Might as well call it a day for today. Might as well call it a day for this video. So yeah, we've got a bit of headway on this. Mudguard's looking straight. CB's in. Yeah, she's sort of, well, I'm pretty much happy to say she's ready to go do a day's work. Shake it down and make sure there's no gremlins in it. So that is it for the video. As always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for putting up with me. And don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, we all see it on our analytics. Majority of people that watch these videos aren't subscribed. Go down there, hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. You get notifications when videos are coming up. Don't forget, if you really want to support the channel, don't know why, we have the shop. We also have some great stuff on there that my wife makes. The link for it will be down in the description. Go have a look, go check it out, see something you like, you know. Anyway, productive couple of days. All's good. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch up with you in the week.